subscribe, like, share. In an empty corridor, in that dead silence, suddenly there was the sound of footsteps. Then we heard Simone shouting Han Quan. Then we saw someone barge in. It was Feng. He looked really mad at Han, telling him, "What right do you have to deny me of my royalty?" But Han calmly sitting in his chair enjoying his coffee, asking Feng, "Why are you so angry? Calm down. Let's sit down and talk." But Feng angrily saying, "You have to pay me my royalty if you want to sell my comic to a film company, or I won't agree to the film adaptations." With a smart look in his face, Han told Feng, "The contract you signed with us states that all property rights of your work belong to the company," making Feng's body start trembling in anger. But Han continue, "Say, as I expected, they're out to cheat me." Feng leaves in anger and says, "Just you wait, we'll meet in court." Han says, "Don't waste your effort, Feng Ji, it's useless." Outside, Feng thinks, what a shady company. Grr, I'm boiling mad. But then he comes to realization that he doesn't have that much money to hire a lawyer. And if he does that, he have to eat instant ramen for a while. Then something took his attention for a while, and that was a poster type thing. I don't know what it's called. If you know, please tell me in comment, okay? So in that poster thing had written big news. Whitebait Culture's cartoonist, Feng Zhaoji, joins hands with November Film to start $1 million film adaptation of his masterpiece X. And that hits Feng again, making him mad, thinking how shameless of them. Swearing, even if I have to survive on instant noodles, I'll make sure you pay me the royalty I deserve, you scoundrels. But in law firm they said, "I'm sorry. I'm afraid that our lawyers won't be able to win a lawsuit against Whitebait Culture." Feng asks why. Their contract terms are unreasonable. Plus, they breached the contract. The contract states that you only have the right to attribute, so it's very hard to win the case. Besides, it's very likely that the other party will hire Qian Mo as their lawyer. Feng shockingly asks Qian Mo, that lawyer with an almost 100% success rate? A gold medal lawyer who uses the law to help the villains? He can't be a good person, saying he'd better not run into me, or I'll beat him until he turns black and blue. Then he noticed something. That's him, saying shockingly, making him bling for few seconds. I can't even afford to hire a lawyer, but he's here enjoying afternoon tea at a fancy cafe, running towards Mo and thinking this is atrocious. Mo not knowing what's going to happen next. Hey, you. Splashing coffee in his face, making everyone shock. Then Feng come to realization, I must be out of my mind. How can I splash coffee at him in public? Mo looking furious. He looks like he wants to kill me. Thinking I should make the first move. Doesn't your conscience bother you when you take cases from unethical companies? Mo smirking devilly, asking Feng, conscience, do you think I care about that? Making Feng more mad. I've never met any lawyer as shameless as you. So what if you're famous? Mo said fame certainly has its use. Otherwise, how come you can't even hire a lawyer? Mo continues by saying, if your fans find out that you foolishly signed such an unreasonable contract, won't they be greatly disappointed in you? Feng thinking he's right. I got into this situation because of my own foolishness. But in return, Feng said, won't people be even more disappointed to know that you're a venal lawyer? Mo grinning, saying, I'm sorry, my dear cartoonist, but reverse psychology doesn't work on me. Telling Feng, you might as well apologize and beg me for help. Feng, intimidated by his height, thinking he's so tall, with a grin in his face he says, who knows, I might turn down Whitebait and help you instead. Enough of the insults. I'm sure I can find a lawyer who's better than you. Saying, just wait and see. Don't you run away, when he was the one who was running away, making Mo speechless. Some of the worker tried to make Mo calm down because they know he's the famous lawyer. With a smirk in his face he said, I'm sure of it. Making the worker tremble. Thinking although Mr. Qian has a strong sense of justice, it's also true that he has a foul temper. Thinking that chap is on his own. Sometime later we saw a tired Feng sitting in a bench. Think I visited all the law firms in the city, but no lawyer is willing to take my case. Court session will be held next month. I'll be doomed if this drags on. Thinking, do I really have to go beg him? Then imagining Devil Mo, but then quickly erases the thinking of begging, saying I don't want to see his face. Saying what? If he's lying to me? With a sad look in his face, thinking I don't even have his number. But then suddenly the phone rang. There was a call from unknown number. It was Mo who was calling Feng, saying, hello, my little cartoonist. Making Feng surprised, asking where did you get my num, and Mo doesn't let him finish, saying, that's not important. Asking if he made up his mind. Feng with a hope in his eyes asking, will you really help me? Mo replying by saying, I never lie when it comes to my work. But you have to beg me first. Feng clutched his hands and he was about to beg him, but Mo stops him saying, wait, I want to hear it in person. Making Feng surprised, thinking no way he's not going to. Suddenly a fancy car stopped in front of him. It was Keon Mo inside that car, looking handsome and hot as usual, telling him, "All right, you may begin." Fang hesitant at first, stuttering to beg, but then he begs him to help him. Mo lifts his chin up telling him I can be your lawyer, but then asks him if he can afford his fees, making Fang mad thinking I was right. He's just teasing me. But then Mo grabbed Fang by his waist, saying, "Don't be mad, I'm not done speaking. You can choose another payment method instead." Fang, looking in his eyes confusedly,